Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another live trading webinar. I hope you guys enjoying your time. You have a good day so far, and you are ready to start your trading day here with MarketMinds Mastery, insights and predictions about the markets. First one on the list is the New Zealand against the US dollar. So let's check what's going on here. The price is just 1 second to bring the drawing tool. So the price from this pin bar, let's say it kicked the selling pressure, and remember it's been almost 2 weeks we were explaining about the non-farm payroll outcome that it created this low here and this high. Then the CPI in the US, it created another doji, but everything inside of this bearish, let's say bearish, it's not bearish doji, it's just a doji. Okay, that's why we call it a doji, because it's neither bearish or bullish. So, and we were patient, looking for the break either to the downside or to the upside. The breakout occurred to the downside, and since then the market is strongly trading lower. Now, how do we trade this? Well, depends in which time frame you are looking to trade. Some traders are trading on the hourly time frame. They might look for some, let's say, price action, bearish engulfing at resistance, so they will sell. Other traders might looking on the 15-minute time frame and they want to capture swings, so you can do that too. Or price action on the 15-minute chart if you believe that that works for you, for your trading style. Absolutely fine. Remember, the gold color candles represent bearish move, the black candles represent bullish bias. So fairly bearish on this one, and for the rest of the day, definitely we're gonna look for some short positions. At this low here, there is a monthly support, so keep an eye on that. Next one, the Australian dollar and the US dollar. Price is on the move to the downside, of course. Another support, you can mark the 0.6525 on your chart, guys, if you want to keep an eye on the support. So price might trade it up to this point and then bounce upwards. We don't know, but so far everything is more favorable on the short side. Now, let's delete some of these. We don't need this one, we don't need that one, this one here. So euro, it's fairly strong, okay, guys. So the euro strength might be the what we will focus in for the rest days of this week. But because the euro is also strong, the US dollar is also strong, there is no directional move yet. Now, if the US dollar appears to be stronger than the euro, we might see the move to the downside. However, we better avoid this today, because two strong currencies, it might gonna bring some sideways move on the lower time frame. Okay, and that's where currency correlation comes in play. Guys, I'm very curious. those are watching us from trading.live website. Where are you guys from? From which countries are you watching us? You can leave some comments. Great British Pound against the US dollar. Here is the support that I marked a long time ago for you guys. So yeah, this support, we do expect the price to react. Okay, most of the times price bounce of support. Therefore, we have to wait. If we are looking to sell it, it might be better to wait for the break of the support before we attempt to go for short positions. Now, what's the issue I see with traders? Good morning, Ahmed. I hope you're doing well, mate. What's the issue with the intraday price when the market approaches the support? Well, on the 15-minute chart, also on the hourly chart, it's visible that the support broke. So traders, they might use this price action here to go short. But it's not the case when we trade the lower time frame. Guys, try to pay attention to the swings in the market. Not only the price action, the swings are extremely important, because on this lower time frame, the support is down here. After this swing breaks, it's confirmed, let's say, to say, we do have a valid break of this support, so we're going to start looking for short positions. But this one here, usually it's a misleading price action after a breakout on a lower time frame. Okay, so please keep this in mind, because it helps to have some more advanced understanding of how the market operates. Any questions from anyone? So strength on the pound. It's been a couple of minutes. We are looking this chart and the market moves upward. It looks like it wants to break this resistance here, the intraday resistance that started during the New York session. If the price managed to close above and continue rally, we can wait for some kind of retracement before we look to go long on this one. But considering that all the majors are weakened compared to the US dollar, it might gonna be better to look for weak New Zealand or Australian dollar and try to trade long instead of trying to go short on this one. USD Canadian dollar. So a few things around this about this currency pair. First thing I told to everyone on this live is that be careful when you see this long bearish Marubozu, or if they were bullish Marubozu, but like this one here, if you see the chart, long bearish Marubozu, usually the price, it has that tendency to sell off by its own weight. That's how we explain it in technical analysis. And if someone uses charts like platforms like I'm not going to name all the platforms now. There are a few good platforms that they show the volume levels at each price area, and usually the middle of these candles, they carry significant amount of volume. However, from the top to the middle and from the middle to the bottom, the volume is very, very light, which means if the price manage to surpass the middle of these Marubozu candles, usually it just moves upward, and the bearish Marubozu candle, it's going to move upward until the next resistance. The next resistance found it to be somewhere here, okay? It's a monthly resistance. It's also an inside resistance and very, very strong. So maybe the price will continue rally up to here, and then we have to wait. Either it's going to bounce to the downside or it's going to move upwards, and then the relevant resistance is going to be this one here. So between this area, you might have some opportunities to get some trades. USD CHF, same, price moves upward. As you can see, this morning it made a higher high. Price still makes higher highs, higher lows. Yesterday we get clear direction, so today we might look for some bullish momentum on this one. USD JPY, of course, this market is in an uptrend. As we explained in other webinar, price made a higher high. This high was higher than this one. Then it retraced with very light volume, and you see this one here. And then we spot this hammer at the 20-period moving average, a lucrative opportunity. Entry here, stop loss there, entry there, 221 or 321, it was somewhere there. Then another directional move. At this point, price on a very light volume compared to this one here, and it made a new swing low, confirmed swing low, and it's still moving upwards. Great British Pound, JPY, the same. Market makes higher highs and higher lows all the way here. For traders that trading intraday, every high on a daily chart, guys, is a good area of resistance to either take profit or to understand the room of opportunity. Euro Japanese yen, it was almost a bullish engulfing, but we managed to do something with this one. That was one of the best trades actually for this week. Not on the intraday, because on the intraday, let's say on the 15-minute time frame, we had this yesterday during we start from here. That was let's say somewhere here, it was the beginning of the beginning of the Tokyo session, or on Asian session. Price dip down, then it start moving sideways, created this range here, the sideways move. Now, when you see this kind of ranges, guys, if you're gonna buy for the expansion, please make sure you place your stop loss below the low of the previous trading session, not below the swing lows, because here it's a sideways move. The origin of the move is this one here. The relevant swing is down there. Okay, and then during the New York session, just actually before the New York Open, it created this false breakout, and then it took over. And during the New York session, actually, it gave the directional move. So understand this type of patterns if you are trading the lower time frames. New Zealand Japanese yen, I wouldn't attempt. The Kiwi as well as the Australian dollar are very weak today. At least that's what we understood during the Asian session. Now, Ahmed asks, pound, Australian dollar, definitely. So the New Zealand dollar created this rejection at the 20 period moving average, but guys, the reason that New Zealand against the Japanese yen moves upwards, it's because the Japanese yen is extremely weak. It's not because the Kiwi is strong, okay? Again, we look for longs here, but there are stronger currencies like the pound and the euro that for intraday trading maybe they will maybe better opportunities. Australian dollar, it's not going anywhere, so we don't look at this now. Swiss franc, we want the price first to just clear these highs here. I think this is an all-time high on this chart, if I'm correct. Yes. So the 150, let's see, it's not even the 160. The 158 was the all-time high here. The price is traded above there. We don't have any reference anymore. We don't have more reference about the high, the new high, how high it can go at least. So let's see what's going to happen here. Canadian dollar, another strong currency against the Japanese yen. Great British pound, Australian dollar, very impulsive. Unfortunately, it didn't give us any opportunity to trade this one. And with these crosses, guys, sometimes the price just go forever. It goes like this and it finds resistance and then it goes back like that. So in many times, unfortunately, we can't get into the moves. Now, the fact that price approaches these levels of resistance, it makes it for some traders to look for short opportunities. Now, if you're going to look for short opportunities here, be a bit mindful to use your strategies well, so you don't get caught in any sudden shakeout. So price has another 35 pips to move upwards based on this definable area between resistance. So yeah, if I say I'm pretty bullish on this one, or for sure I'm not bearish on this one because I don't see any reversal price action. Okay. Thank you, Nancy. Quite similar to other live streams I've seen. Thanks for your comment. Someone says it's tough to rely solely on fundamentals. Yes, I agree with you, of course. Of course. However, I try to teach you about currency correlation as well, so you understand how you trade with high probability scenarios rather than you get caught in bad trades. Let's put it that way. So next one, Euro Australian dollar. This make a nice directional move. So the next, if we are trading on the daily chart, we can get the levels from the weekly chart, and here are some a strong level of resistance, if we can call it R1. This one, go back to the daily. But if you guys trade on any lower time frame than the daily chart, like 15 minutes, like 1 hour, 4 hours, always the high of the daily chart is the high of each day will be your relevant resistance, and the low of the day will be your relevant support. Okay, it's important to understand this. So what I will be waiting for this one here on the On the daily chart, definitely I will wait for some yellow candles, gold candles to appear, sellers to take control before I will be looking to buy it. But eventually, I would like to target this 1.6848 area here. On the lower time frames, if you ask me how to trade, if someone is new and doesn't know how to trade the lower time frame, I like the 15-minute chart, and on the 15-minute chart, I like to trade the swing. So price makes higher highs here and higher lows. So if price will dip a little bit, I will try to buy the breakout of this high around 1.65. Okay, with a stop loss below the previous swing low. And usually go for 2 to 1. Euro New Zealand around this resistance area, so I'm not looking to short, of course not. Ideally, I would like to see the price close above this resistance and then to look for some opportunities. The next relevant resistance for me, it's going to be this area here. Okay, so you can add this on your watch list as well. Euro Canadian dollar and pound Canadian dollar are a little bit tricky, I can say, because Canadian dollar is also a strong currency based on the correlation we identified earlier. So I wouldn't be very rushed to trade this one. German 40. Finally, some directional move. Price is trying to break below here. If we're gonna sustain this move to the downside, we will trade it all the way until this area here. Some traders, they might wonder, why did Theo mark this low instead of this one? Because that's a monthly low and it's very, very strong. Even if you find the monthly low there, you're gonna mark it on your chart. Okay. If price moves below here, penetrate, close below this monthly low, then we're going to go to the next swing low, which is going to be this one here, the available one around the 16,000 level. Gold. So on the gold, prices around this support, we need to see a break below this support if we want to short it. But based on market structure here, there is nothing. Some traders, they might see it as the way I draw on that, as a head and shoulders reversal pattern. Well, it's not a head and shoulders because the neckline, it should have sloped upwards and not to be and not to have 2 points on the same level touch, so you can create a support. So from the head and shoulders perspective, that's not a head and shoulders, but if we break, so we don't treat it as a head and shoulders, but we're going to treat it if the price breaks below and closes below this S1 support, we're going to treat it as a bearish bias and we're going to trade it accordingly. And or WTI, lately I start on like this WTI. We expected at this point here, we were looking for an inverse head and shoulders, but then price behaved very sideways. So that's not an inverse head and shoulder anymore. I'm not looking to get involved with this one. If some of you think that this is the beginning of a downtrend and you want to, because we have bearish pressure here, and we put an entry there with a stop loss, tie the stop loss above here or above there. But if you enter on the daily chart here with a stop loss there, this distance is too much to make a 2 to 1 by the time, or 1 to 1 by the time the price will visit one of these supports. Okay. Guys, I think we covered pretty much everything here. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, very messy, both currency, weak currencies. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, now it gives direction. So yeah, maybe this one, we can add it on our watch list. Let's mark it as S1 support. So if the price maintains below this level, we're gonna look to short it until here. The way to enter the market, it's either on the lower time frames, like this one, for example. So if price continue makes lower highs and lower lows, we can trade the swings. Okay. New Zealand Canadian dollar, fairly similar. It's at support. We need to see a break below the support. New Zealand Swiss franc, again, we have to see the price breaks below this support. And Aussie CHF, today it might be a good day to start looking for shorts on the lower time frames until we're gonna reach this 0.56133. And Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, both of them strong, so we don't know what's going to happen with these two. Okay, guys, now we covered everything. So I would like to thank everyone for participating in this live webinar. I hope we adding value every single day with our webinars here at MarketMinds Mastery. And yeah, I wish everyone to have a fantastic day ahead. Enjoy your day. Manage your trades and your positions accordingly throughout the day. And yeah, I will look forward to see you tomorrow pretty much at the same time. Bye, everyone.